Today we will talk about nervous system. The central nervous system consists of billions of neurons in the brain and spinal cord. A neuron's structure consists of three main parts: dendrites, a cell body, soma, and an axon. Dendrites receive information, which travels to the cell body where it is processed. From the cell body, the axon transmits the signal away from the neuron to other cells at a junction called the synapse. Axons of neurons in the central nervous system are bundled into tracts. Axons carry impulses in one direction only in the central nervous system. The central nervous system and peripheral nervous system work together to form the nervous system, which is responsible for controlling and coordinating all bodily activities. The central nervous system processes information and sends instructions, while the peripheral nervous system relays those instructions to the rest of the body and sends sensory information back to the CNS. CNS, Central Nervous System. The CNS consists of the brain and spinal cord. It is responsible for processing and coordinating all bodily functions, including thoughts, emotions, movements, and sensations. There are two main types of tracts in the central nervous system: sensory, ascending, and motor, descending. This sensory information, which includes pain and temperature, travels from the sensory receptors in your hand up the spinal cord to the brain, where it is processed. Ascending tracts in the nervous system are pathways that carry sensory information, like touch, pain, and temperature, from the body up to the brain. Descending tracts are pathways that carry motor commands, like instructions for movement, from the brain down to the body. How does the whole process happen? Example: when we touch something hot. Sensory receptors, specialized nerve endings in your skin, detect the heat and send a signal. Ascending tracts. The signal travels up the spinal cord through ascending tracts in the white matter. White matter is a type of tissue found in the brain and spinal cord. We will learn details about white matter details in the next chapter. Brain processing. The signal reaches the brain, where it is interpreted as pain and temperature. Motor response. Simultaneously, a reflex arc is activated in the spinal cord, sending a rapid signal down the spinal cord to motor neurons, causing you to instinctively pull your hand away. What is reflex arc? Reflex arcs enable rapid, involuntary responses to protect the body from harm or maintain homeostasis. A reflex arc is a neural pathway that controls a reflex action, an involuntary and automatic response to a stimulus. Descending tracts are pathways that carry motor commands, like instructions for movement, from the brain down to the body. Thought, decision, example. The thought to pick up the cup originates in your brain's primary motor cortex. Signal down the CNS. This command is an electrical impulse that travels down a specific highway of nerve fibers called the corticospinal tract. The signal goes from the brain, through the brainstem, and down the spinal cord signal to muscle. At the appropriate level of the spinal cord, in the neck or upper back region for arm movement, the nerve signal jumps to a lower motor neuron movement. This lower motor neuron extends out of the spinal cord and directly tells the specific muscles in your arm and hand to contract in a coordinated way, allowing you to pick up the cup. This is our normal life. Every single thing we do is an explanation of our extraordinary nervous system. We never thought so many things going on just to pick up the coffee cup. This is how we function with all other activities of everyday life. We just think we need gallon of milk or order food, which brain command go to our muscles, which led us to drive or walk to the store or to the fast food restaurant. There is countless examples you can think. Anatomy and physiology is the explanation of our lives, what we normally don't think how happens. We know what is central nervous system and examples of central nervous system. In next video part 2, we will discuss details about peripheral nervous system.